Hey everyone, it's JoJo and I'm bringing you another Beyblade Burst Turbo unboxing and review. This time I have HADES H3 and guess what? This Beyblade actually has metal on the energy layer. I'm really shocked, wow. But really happy at the same time. Alright, so here we have HADES H3 in the SwithStrike packaging, mostly because it doesn't have a slingshot gimmick on the performance tip. This is a balance type. Here on the back we have all the parts. So the energy layer is HADES H3, it's a right spinning Beyblade. The 2-part forged disc is DR56. And the performance tip is TB02, which we have seen before. Here we have the special abilities of HADES H3, metal heavyweight exterior, and hollow balance stabilizer, which isn't, I don't know. I don't know if that's completely accurate. It's basically a Zephyr performance tip. Here we have the stats, really balanced out everywhere except for burst resistance. I really think the weight should be a little bit higher than that since this does have metal on it. Alright, that's enough for the packaging. Let's get to unboxing. And here we have the Beyblade. So I was initially excited for this Beyblade, but now that I had a good look at it, it's brought down just by a little bit. And I'll show you why. So here we have the energy layer, HADES H3. So the only metal parts on this Beyblade are these two wings or these two scythes at the edges. So the original ChoZ version had metal all around here. So these silver parts on these sides, those are just silver paint apps, those are not metal. But at the very least, they put the metal on the best parts here, which is I have to give credit for that. At least there is a little bit metal there, and it is on the better parts of the layer. So there's that. But yeah, here is the front of the layer. Looks really cool. This is one of my favorite ChoZ layers from Takara Tomy anyway. But looking at this, it really looks spot on to the ChoZ version. This one I've used a lot, so it's really dulled out. But yeah, it has a really good design. It really replicates it pretty good, except for a few parts. You can see that the stickers has 3 red stickers there. This only has 2, and it's missing the one right there. But at least it's pretty much almost the same. Alright, and here is the back side. There's the code for those who don't have it in the app yet. Yeah, really cool looking layer. I love this for attack and also stalling. It's not, I wouldn't say it's not really good right now, but it's still really fun to play with. Also, another thing I noticed is that the metal parts here are kind of wobbly, just by a little bit. This one a little bit more. So it's not really fastened on there too well. But still, I'm still a little bit impressed by this layer. Even though it doesn't have a lot of metal, there still is metal on it and also on the good parts. Here we have the 2-part forged disc. So the metal disc is 11 and the frame is turn. Cool thing about this frame is that you could turn it upside down and put the disc on top of that as well. So now that the blades are facing the opposite way. So this is where I would want it for a right spinning Beyblade, because the blades are going in that direction. If you want it left spinning, you just flip it over and you see that the blades are going that way. So let's keep it this way so that it aligns with the rotation of the Beyblade. The performance tip, this is Zephyr, and we have seen this before. It's basically a whole flat performance tip. So again, great for stalling, great for attack if you also want to have a little bit of stamina as well. So it's not going to hold that flower pattern, but it's good to get a couple good shots in the first part of the battle, and then after that it's you stall. So that's one of the strategies you could use for Zephyr. Alright, and I want to see how well this fits. Well, that's actually pretty good. That's really good, actually. Really, really good. There we have Hades H3. Really, really cool. Cool looking bay. All the colors match. Just looks super, super nice. Alright, so of course I'm going to compare it to Dead Hades, the Cho Z version. Alright, Hasbro Hades H3 energy layer. 14.76. Takara Tomy, which has more metal all the way around, so this is going to be a little bit more. 22.13, a lot more. Alright, so we have 11 Hasbro, this is a 4-star, nice. 19.11, and Hasbro turn frame 3.56. I don't imagine this is going to be any different. Pretty close, yeah, 19, around 19, jumping around. And yeah, pretty much around same thing. So no difference there. There is a difference here though. So this is just a regular Hasbro Zephyr performance tip, but this one comes with a Zephyr Dash. That means it's stronger, it has a stronger spring. It's gonna add more burst resistance. So Zephyr for Hasbro, 5.12, and Zephyr Dash, 5.7. So yeah, not bad, not too far off. Only major difference again is just in the layer, but at least the Hasbro one does have metal in it. So Hasbro altogether, 42.58. Yeah, again, not bad. This should be closer to 50. 50.8891. Okay. Not too far off. So kind of like with Cho Z Valkyrie and Turbo Valkyrie, just a few grams off because of the lack of metal in the Hasbro version. Alright, let's do some test spins and test battles. 3, 2, 1, let it. Alright, so I tilted that a little bit, so a little bit of scraping from the disc. So again, you're not going to get that good flower pattern because of the performance tip. It is basically a whole flat. It's just going to stall for most of the time. But again, it's good to bank it just a little bit so you can get a few good shots in and then just let it stall for the rest of the battle. And because it is a whole flat, it does have a pretty good amount of stamina for a mobile performance tip. Alright, now just a parallel launch, just straight down to get that really good stall. 3, 2, 1, let it. There we go. So, tiny bit of scraping from the frame, but not as much when you bank it. Test battle time. I'm gonna throw Hades H3 up against Cyclops, keeping it in normal mode to see how well it could stall out this Beyblade, because I really like Cyclops as a stamina slash defense type of Beyblade. 3, 2, 1, let it. So there's a little bit of a bank there, and now just stall for the rest of the battle, hoping that the other Beyblade will lose a bunch of stamina. And it looks like Cyclops is losing. Yeah, and there you have it. Now, to launch Hades, I'm just going to launch it straight down just so it stalls for the entire time. 3, 2, 1, let it. Our little scraping there, and it got one hit in. Yeah, and it's still won. So the placement of the metal is still pretty good for the layer, and also the performance tip, again, really good for stamina and just stalling. One more test battle. Let's throw it up against Dread Phoenix. 3, 2, 1, let it. Ooh, and it lost. 3, 2, 1, let it. Alright, I snuck that one a little bit. Let's do one more round. 3, 2, 1, let it. Oh no! It got KO'd by Dread Phoenix. Alright, that is where I'm going to end this unboxing and review of Hades H4. I do recommend this Beyblade. The placement of, even though it doesn't have a lot of metal, like the full amount of metal compared to the Chozy version, the placement of the metal is where it should be, like the most important parts. Plus you also get a Zephyr performance tip, which goes really well with this combo, and then a turn frame, which is also really, really good. It's also pretty heavy as well. I mean, like if you don't have bump, turn is also a good option. Plus, you could switch it to for either direction, which is pretty neat. So yeah, I'm actually pretty happy with this Beyblade. I definitely would recommend it. Let me know what you think in the comment section below. And yeah, thanks for watching. Leave a like if you enjoyed, and I will see you next time with more Beyblade Burst. See you soon.